20 degrees, dry and no wind, not much. The birdies can take a whole cube of bread. 2 of them just did. Then they fly up in the tree and they put their foot, 1 foot on the bread, and then they pick away at the rest. This is communion bread in the most of the churches. The Methodist Church, the Reformed Church, Congregational Church. They don't use wafers. They take the bread. Here comes a birdie. They take the bread and they cut it with scissors and strips, and then cut the strips and make cubes. The birdie looks red when the sun shines on him, doesn't he? This is what life is about. Give them their daily bread. They do better than I do. I couldn't stay out this long. Here comes one. So tiny. How many have you seen? 6? Now folks, this is a lovely camera bag. Andrew Hersman gave it to me, along with a camera. It is all quilted and padded inside, and it has 2 heavily padded compartments. This was the Sony camera, 1995 Sony camera. And then it has a front compartment with a lot of compartments inside. There's a place for pens. And there's a compartment there, and a place for identification there. And there's one other here, a netted compartment. And then it has 2 side bags, 2 side pockets. And I liked it, but very, very much, and it was a good organizer. But there's something about it when you get into a car. The cars are so small today, they aren't like the Lincolns. They're so small, and you get into it, and that's about all the room there is. There's no room for the body. So we tried this one for $40 at Walmart. I think it's a good choice. What do you think? That compartment. And here's another compartment. Why do they have two zippers? And that has many compartments in it. Look at all those compartments. 1, 2, 3, 2 with flaps. It's a computer bag. Very, very well made. Is one of these, another great design by God. Walmart is filled with them. Okay, this is the part that was supposed to be for the computer, but I'm not carrying the computer. I'm carrying it as a travel bag. And there's room for the new Pure Thought folder. I saw that. That other one was very awkward to use. These are the what is one, what is it to be one with God, and the goals for 2010, the titles of hymns, Brother Lawrence, meditations, a list of what I used to do in Alone with God First, and the dissertation that gravity and the electromagnetic force are one, because everything is the electromagnetic waves, and matter is made of electromagnetic waves, so therefore it attracts, and that's gravity, the attraction of one mass to another. And this is Chat with Glendora, update, any new things that happen. And this is what it is to eat right. No, it isn't. These are Bible passages. I memorized outline of Matthew, chapters 1 through 11. And this is the quick log. So this turned out to be the best way. A 3-ring notebook with great big pockets. All made by Avery. And it's another great design. So this fits in here fine. And then this is the Joy book. And this is where the camera goes. Cast out the unclean spirit. Don't you dare hurt a bird. Did you hear about the midget fortune teller? Escaped from jail. And the headline in the newspaper was small, medium, at large. And it's all nylon, folks. It's not leather. No skin of a poor cow. All nylon. One thing it carries is the Bible passage of the day, which is in the Pure Thought folder, It is, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Matthew 11:28. I started reading that to John McClendon yesterday over the phone. He's in Pittsfield, and he knew right away that it was verse 28. He is so able. Largesse, left over, last night's supper for the poor people at St. Luke's. I don't know if it's for poor people. I don't think the people who go there are very poor. Anyway, it's for the community. Every Tuesday night now, January, February, and March. And Hattie had a whole back seat full of boxes of bread. And thank you, Hannafords, for giving it to the St. Luke's Church. Thank you, Hattie, for giving it to 200 Route 9 down in Greenport, where I really think there are poor people who come for the bread. Give them this day their daily bread. Forgive them their trespasses, as they forgive others their trespasses. Lead them not into temptation. Deliver them from evil. Now, boys and girls, this is the way it used to be back in the 50s and the 60s. The SS Glendora. SS stood for steamship. Today we're going to make SS stand for spaceship. But back in the 50s and the 60s we had so much fun, and all the boys and girls wanted to be on TV, and they lined up to be on TV. But nowadays it's very laborious, arduous, trying to get boys and girls to come on TV. So you and I are going to do the TV together. Myself alone, the way I did it in Satellite 6, with no boys and girls on the set, and you and I at home. Now that's Charles Elson to my right, and to my left is another little matey who was thrilled to death, to pieces, thrilled to life, to come on the SS Glendora. WRGB Schenectady, Troy, Albany, and all over the place, as far west as Herkimer, farther east than even Pittsfield, and as far south as way down in Stamfordville, New York, almost to Millbrook, New York. Maybe it did go to Millbrook. And way up north, way past, way up to Scroon Lake, way up to, way beyond Lake George, up almost to Watertown. And we used to go around and do personal appearances, and people would pay Glendora to come because all the children would flock, and we would have such good times together. Now this one is in Canaan, Connecticut, not New York. Huge sign, and that was on Route 8. Canaan Drive-In Movies. Tonight at 8 p.m., Glendora. And here's 3 little children who came with me. We had such a good time. And my mother and my husband, we had such a good time. Let me see if I can get that better for you. I have better pictures over in the museum, and the next time I go to the museum, it's like an Arctic tundra over there now. I will bring the... See, the camera won't focus at this distance. But what a good time we had. Every day at 5 o'clock for 15 minutes was the SS Glendora, and we played games. So, first thing we're going to do in the SS Glendora today, folks, boys and girls at home, we're going to count blessings. What is a blessing? A blessing is something good that happens to you. Something very good that happens to you. I'll give you an example. Your birthday party. Going to Sunday school. Your teacher, that's 3. Your school, that's 4. Your bus driver, that's 5. Now you tell me some blessings. Go ahead, I'll wait. Say them nice and loud now so I can hear them. That's very good. Animals, you said. All right. Dogs and cats. That's 6, 7, 8. Veterinarians. 9. Food. Oh, that's a good one. Did you say clothing? Did you say going for a ride in the car? That's 12. The rain? 13. The sunshine? And what else did you say? Family. I heard you. You said family. Now those are your one-time only blessings. Now you have your universal blessings. And the first one is the universe. That's God. And then that you were born, alive, healthy, food. Can you name some more? Everyday blessings. Universe, born, alive, healthy, God, food, clothing, a home, your freedom, independence, no catastrophes. You didn't fall down today and break your leg. Your finances, you have money to spend. Your education, your schooling that we talked about before, your education, schooling. The careers that you're going to plan, and you and I are going to talk about what career you're going to choose. What you were made to create by God. Your mother and your father, your parents. The reason the remote won't work, Glendora, is that you didn't rotate the LCD. So get up and rotate the LCD and then the remote will work. Oh, okay. So every day at 5 o'clock, this is the fun we used to have. Look at that great big lollipop. It's a sugar daddy. And somebody got that for playing a game and winning a prize. And look at these happy children. This was on General Electric, as I say, WRGB Channel 6, Schenectady, Albany, Troy. And 60 miles in every direction from there. So now let's see, we've counted blessings. The next thing we're going to do is learn to have pure thoughts. Pure thoughts. Say after me. Don't think about anything negative, anything second level, anything trivial. You know what trivial is? Of no account. Doesn't have any meaning. Much. It doesn't have much meaning. Or of anything negative. Now say those again. No negative. Did I say negative? I meant to say ugly. No negative thoughts. No second level thoughts, no trivial thoughts, and no ugly thoughts. Let's say it together. Pure thinking. No negative thoughts, no second level thoughts, no trivial thoughts, and no ugly thoughts. That's the next thing that we're learning. And if you want to be on the SS Glendora After School Happy Show, you can be. It is made for you. You'll see a number on the screen. Just call that number and we'll set up an appointment for you to be on it. We used to have a treasure chest and the boys and girls would send in postcards and that treasure chest just swelled with postcards. And then on the show we would pick out 6 postcards and they would be the boys and girls who would be appearing on the show the next week. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. I'm going to write it down on the card. And then I'll show it to you. And you tell me if you got the number. What's the number I'm thinking of from 1 to 10? Did you get it? It was 2. I want to read to you from the Bible. Every day I want you to read in the Bible. And today I'm going to read to you from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12, where Jesus said, "And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and and the violent take it by force. Well, from the days of Jesus Christ until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. Will you tell me how we can stop that? We don't want violence, and you and I are going to stop that, because you and I are never going to be violent. We're not going to be violent toward the animals and murder them and chop them all up and agonize them and torture them and terrorize them. We're not going to be violent toward each other. So that is Matthew chapter 11, verse 12. You and I are going to get rid of violence. We'll read the Bible every day. And we'll meditate about what we read. And we'll sing a hymn every day. All creatures of our God and King, lift up your hearts and let us sing. Just be kind, stop the cruel. Thou cows and pigs, leave them alone. The horses, hens, and turkeys too. Save the fish, just be kind. Stop the cruel. Hallelujah, one with God. Help the dogs and help the cats. Protect the fawn and little deer. Be like Bambi. Feed the animals in the woods. Share with them all your goods. Just be kind. Stop the cruel. One with God. Stop the cruel. Alleluia. That's a variation on a hymn written by St. Francis of Assisi, who loved every living thing and who took care of the birds and the animals. St. Francis of Assisi. That's in Italy. Now what shall we do? I know. I'm thinking of a number. 1 to 10. Let's see if you can think of it. What is it? It is 3. Did you get it? Yes, you got it. Hooray, hooray. It might be better if we plugged in a microphone here. You could see better. Although we're almost through. You could hear better. Let's tell you a joke. Why was a baby shoe crying? Why was a baby shoe crying? His mother was a sneak and his daddy was a loafer. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? God has created you to do a job for Him. And are you going to think every day what you think that job is? Are you going to be a fireman? Are you going to be a teacher? Are you going to be a nurse? Are you going to grow up and have a television show? I don't think there'll be any television left by the time you grow up. All right, you're going to do something on the internet. You're going to do something on YouTube. You're going to do something on the computer. You're going to be a scientist. You're going to find out what wonderful things this very moment that God is creating. He's creating something new for us. And it's going to be exciting. And it's going to be thrilling. And we'll find out about it someday. Look how long God worked on the internet. So what are you going to be when you grow up? I want you to work on that every day. Try to find out what it is that God created you to do. There are things you can do better than anybody else. Put them all together and see what that adds up to for a career. Next time I do a SS Glendora, I will use the close-up microphone, then you can hear better. Now I'm going to teach you a big word. The word is action. A-C-T-I-O-N. An action is a legal proceeding in which a person demands or enforces right in a court of law. That's your big word for today. The SS Glendora started sailing up the Mohawk River in 1955 and 1956. And then in 1956, we disembarked from the SS Glendora and we embarked on Satellite 6, our spaceship. And the boys and girls who watch this so happily are now 60 years old. They are grandmothers and grandfathers. And I'm going to say goodbye because this show is all filled up 15 minutes. And goodbye is short for God be with you.